Welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll be trading again with Quotex broker, and of course I'm going to show you another great strategy on this particular video. For a couple of months now I've actually traded this account. I think most of you actually know about this series. I actually started with $50 on this account and I'm currently on $36,000 in profit. All right, for like a couple of months ago, I think about 6 to 5 months ago, I actually started this account with $50 and currently I am on 36,000. So if you actually missed the series, you can actually go through my channel to check. We actually started up this account with just $50 to this particular point. All right, so for that, enough of that, I'm actually using Quotex for this series. So for those of you who is new to this broker and you wanted to join, make sure you use the link in the description. If you actually sign up with my link, you're definitely gonna get 100% bonus on your first deposit. And also they also provide what's it called, $10,000 in demo account that you can actually process it with if you just wanted to test things out. All right, you're definitely gonna have a practice account in this broker as well. So over here we have a couple of indicators. The first indicator we are using in this video is called Ketner channel. All right, so we're using Ketner channel with our MA period of 20. The ATR period is 10, while the multiplier it's 1. All right, so I actually take all the lines here. So if you want to take the line, just make sure you drag it. I take all the line here, the middle line, the top, the middle, and the bottom. All right, that's pretty much all I use. And I also actually what's it called, change the color. The first I think I start changing the color from here. The bottom color I use is red, while the background while the background here is yellow. Sure, that's what I do. So when you're done, you close it. The second indicator we're using is called stochastic oscillator, and this is the setting as well. All right, over here, this is actually a default setting though. So over here we have a Q period of 14, the D period of 3, the smoothing period of 3, the overbought level here is 70, while the oversold level is 30. Over here I'm using SMA. Like I said, it's a default setting. I take the line here and I change the color. Right, I only change the color right here so I can actually signify when I set a good moment. So that's pretty much all I do. So the last indicator I use is CCI. So our CCI period here is 20, and the main color here too, it's what's it called, I think it's blue. I take the line a little bit. So that is pretty much all you have to do with the CCI. 20 as a period, and I take the line and I change the color. That's pretty much all I do. So when you're done, you close it. So for those of you who is new to this broker, if you want to set this up, is your indicator up, just make sure you come over here. This is where you're going to set the indicator. If you click here, you're going to have your list of the indicator right here, and this is where you're going to change your what's it called, your candle. I'm actually using this on Heineke Ashi. All right, this strategy is Heineke Ashi, and this is where you're going to change your time frame. The time frame we're using here is 1 minute candle time frame. All right, and of course this is where you're going to change your trade time. You're using this on 2 minute. All right, so we're doing this on 2 minute trade time. So that's pretty much all you have to do. So right now I'm going to put up my currency pair. If you want to put that up, just click on the plus button here. I can actually put up a currency pair. Like I said, always trade with a normal market. I'm not doing OTC. All right, so I'm not doing OTC. So let's these are the fixed what's it called, currency pair, which means that they are not changing any moment. So let's make sure that you are trading with this, but ignore the OTC. But if you are good, most of my strategy work with OTC as well. It's not that they didn't work, but it's just the fact that I just recommend them. All right, for a personal reason, I think they're manipulative or something like that, so I don't really recommend them. But if you are good with OTC trade, then you can go ahead and use it. But before you do anything, make sure you always check this out with your demo account and be sure that you understand the strategy properly before you continue using it. All right, so right now I have put up my currency pair, the best currency pair right here. So I'm going to show you how the strategy works in full detail, but before then I'm analyzing the market. So when I get a good moment, I'll come down and take a trade, and of course then I'm going to tell you what I see before I enter the trade, and full details on how the strategy works. All right, so right now I'm analyzing now. Okay guys, in this video I'm going to take a trade, a two trade on that, how this strategy work. I want you guys on this particular one, I want you to be very attentive here. I'm definitely going to explain in details and everything that I do here, so please, you need to be attentive. The number one thing I look in this video, the number one thing we are looking at mostly, it's our stochastic oscillator and the CCI. All right, so what we need to look out with our Ketner channel, before we enter any trade, we are looking something out, a very simple thing. We need to have the candle we are taking a trade on very below the middle line of the kidney channel. Like for example, if you are taking a trade to go up, we need to the candle you are taking a trade on must be very below the kidney channel, the middle line kidney channel, this red middle line here of the kidney channel. The candle must be very below it. That's the number one thing. Either it's actually really below it or out of this last line here. So if you have this candle that we place the trade on now out of this what's it called, the last line of the kidney channel, or very below, like what I mean, like very below, like it must be very below. The distance from the kidney channel, from this middle line and the candle, must be very much, like that's what I mean, like very below or out of the last line of the kidney channel. All right, that's the number one thing confirmation needs to confirm. When that happens, make sure, it is very important, make sure that your stochastic oscillator and your CCI are on the same trend. All right, this is all about trend. The confirmation right here is for us to see the fact that we have our candle out of the last line of the kidney channel or very below the middle line. But the most confirmation we need to have here is to make sure that we have our stochastic oscillator and the CCI on the same trend. What I mean by that, your stochastic oscillator must be in the oversold position. So that's the reason why I actually changed this line here to be green. As you can see, the last line of this what's it called, the stochastic oscillator is green, while the upper one is red. What I mean by that, as you can see with the money on that, the reason why I changed the color is the fact that when it's when you find a good position with a stochastic oscillator on the oversold line, you should know that you are taken by. So that's the reason why I changed the color to be green. All right, so the number one thing you need to look at is to make sure that your stochastic oscillator is very strong in the oversold position, and it must be on a trend. The first thing you need to confirm is that the intersection of the both line of your stochastic oscillator actually occur. As you can see, the blue and the yellow line here actually intersect here, and they are on the same trend going up. All right, as the intersection happen here and they are going up. All right, as you can see, the trend is actually heading up. The same thing with our CCI. The CCI actually happen here, the occurrence actually happen here in the oversold position as well of our CCI, and it's actually following up. So that is what I mean, that always make sure that your CCI and your stochastic oscillator are on the same trend before you place the trade. It's very important. It's very, very important. This is the confirmation we need to see here. This strategy is one of the killer strategies I've been trying out for like a couple of weeks now, both on Pocket Option and even on the Quotex of my other account, and they are very great. Like, they are awesomely great. So let's make sure that you follow the trend. It's very important. The stochastic must be in the oversold position. The most important thing that the intersection of the both line must happen. The same thing with your CSI. They must follow the same trend. And the confirmation of your the reason why we are actually using the kidney channel is to see that the middle line here is actually a bridge between up and down, between the support and the resistance. So always make sure that if you are taking a trade to go down, make sure that you have this. The candle you are placing your trade on must be very the space between the middle line of the candle. What I mean is that if you already have the candle inside the kidney channel, always make sure that the space between the middle line of the kidney of the kidney channel and the and the last line was very wide. Always make sure that the candle I just starting out just like this particular candle here, like this particular candle here, has still very much space. But if it is like this, do not take a trade. If you already have the candle here on this position, don't take a trade. This is still very much okay. This is still very much okay. Or make sure they are totally out of the kidney channel if you are taking a trade to go up. All right, so that's pretty much all you have to look at. I hope you just understand well. I hope the explanation is actually understandable. But right now, I'm still analyzing. So when I get another good moment, I'm going to take another trade, and of course, I'll explain better. Of course. If I actually have a down trade, I'm going to explain a down trade. Then I'm going to explain better on what you need to see on that as well before you place a trade. So right now I'm analyzing, guys. Okay, guys, a good moment here. I'm going to enter to trade on that. So over here we have a very good moment for down options. So as you can see, this is a very clear picture of what I'm talking about. It's either the candle is actually out of the kidney channel or just get inside of the kidney channel. You must have a distance between the middle line here and the upper line here. And another thing I forgot to mention on the last trade, it was the first trade I took, is that always make sure that if you're taking a down trade, wait to confirm that the candle actually changed to red. The same thing happens if you're taking to if you are taking an up trade. That's what actually happened on my first video. As you can see, the candle actually changed to green before I enter a trade. It's a sign of confirmation as well. All right, so that's been said. So with our stochastic here, the intersection actually happened and the trend is happening at the same time. As you can see, we have our stochastic right there on the overbought level coming down. The same thing with our CCI. Our CCI is very strong on the overbought level and it's heading down as well. So that's the trend that asks you to confirm. Make sure you always confirm the two trend before you enter a trade. It's very important. And make sure the candle you are placing your trade on must be distant from the middle line or out of the kidney channel totally before you place the trade. So guys, let's wait and see if this is going to be a good moment. Okay, there's a static in the market. Let's wait and see if we're going to lock in the trade in the next few seconds. All right, guys, a good one day. The market eventually calmed down and we locked in the money as well. All right, so a good one day, guys. So I'll be analyzing again, guys. So when I get another good moment, I'll come down and take a trade, and of course I'm going to explain in details again. Okay guys, real quick, another thing I want to mention, as you can see, we are having a bad signal, not a bad, sorry, we are having a weak market on this particular one. So if you're seeing something like this, especially when you're seeing the latest candle getting chopping out, is not a good moment. Like, always make sure you stay out of this particular trade, even if you have the right signal to go on. It's very important. Always make sure you stay out with this kind of trade. So right now I'm going to take this pair out. So it means that the pair is getting bad, so it's no longer safe for us to start analyzing trade on that. So it's very important. Please always make sure that you put this in mind. Okay, I'm actually checking this out. A good moment here. The intersection happening here, and of course we're having a good moment here too. Let me play the trade on that. So as you can see, the market actually changed to red. It has been on a it has been on an uptrend right from this position. But when it actually changed here, when the market reversed it reversed very strong. How I know it reversed very strong is the fact that it actually went down here. All right, so I know that the buy option has taken over and the market will be coming down in a moment. The confirmation to actually glaring here, if you check our stochastic oscillator, it has been up right from this position for a very long time. The intersection happened here and it's actually following the trend down. The same thing with our CCI. If you actually confirm this here too, right from this position, the CCI has been there, and then when it gets to this point, it start dropping. I know that any moment I'll be having a pull down with the market, so that's the reason why I actually play the trade on that. So guys, let's wait and see, which I'm so certain we still have a couple of, like a minute left to actually close this trade. So let's wait and see if this is going to be a good moment in the next 1 minute. All right, okay guys, a good one there. Win the money on that as well. So guys, this is where I'm going to stop on today's video. From we actually on 40,500 from $50. We only have just $10,000 to actually clock our gold. All right, and this is definitely going to happen in the next, at least in the next 2 weeks. I should be able to make $10,000. That one is very, very certain. I'm definitely going to make this in just 2 videos. I'm so certain of that. So thank you guys. If you love the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the next episode. All right, because on the last day that I'm going to clock 50,000, I'm definitely going to make a withdrawal. I'm going to show you everything is possible. I actually started using this account I actually started with this account with just $50, and right now I'm in 40,000 profits. So it's actually really crazy. The only thing you need to do is to be patient. Or if you're patient enough, make sure you learn a lot, because that is what actually helps me in this kind of binary trading. Especially, I take my time to learn very well before I start trading. So that's just pretty much, that's the reason why you have you have your demo account up to you. It's a free money that you can actually work on. But when you're trading with demo account, always put it in mind as if you are trading with your own money. Make sure you learn, control your emotion, make sure you set the right points for you to enter a trade, and of course you're definitely going to be a guru. That one is 100%. It doesn't take anything. It's just your idea. Is just make sure that everything I'm saying here, the reason why I'm making all this video on YouTube is to make sure that you guys to understand the fact that anyone can actually make things happen. So that's just pretty much the reason why I'm doing this. All right, it's very easy. Just make sure you control your emotion. That's the number one thing. Control your emotion. Make sure you trade what I told you. Everything I said here, put it in mind. Do your own analysis. Enter a position when it is right. Don't just jump into a trade just because you think it's good. Always make sure you do your analysis, confirm everything you need to confirm, put the indicator into work, and definitely everything is going to come back to you in a very easy point. All right, so that's just pretty much all I want to say. Hope you liked the video. Once again, if you like that, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel like I said, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. I also have my Forex channel link and what's it called, first channel link, Telegram link on the description. We actually give out a free signal. I actually drop a free signal today, so make sure that you join the Forex if you want to be part of the free signal family. And also I have my binary option group 2, page 2, which is one of my largest page on Telegram. That's only 2 pages I have. Please, if there's anybody who's actually asking you to join a page or asking you to become an investment or shit like that, I do not offer investment. I do not ask for money. All right, I will never ask you for money, and I will never message you first. I'm not on WhatsApp, I'm not on Instagram. The only channel I have, the only external channel I have is Facebook page and 2 Telegram page. All right, I think there are 3 Telegram page, but the other one I'm no longer using it. But always make sure that you only join anything like any link and through my description. Every link would definitely gonna be in my description. All right, anything that you did not find on my description, on my pin post, I am not the one. All right, there's a lot of karma using my channel images, trying to create a channel name, trading pipes, and they're using it to comment on my videos. Sometimes I won't be able to delete all of them or block all of them. I'm actually logged out, and please always make sure that I will never message you for anything or ask you to message someone or shit like that. Please be very careful with your money. All right, so thank you so much, guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you on another video.